What's going on, people? It's just a topic that is really just hitting hard with things. The world and within the United States is going to become a big civil war. With what happened in Minneapolis, with that brother that died in the hands of the police officers, by the police officer having his knee on a man's neck to where he could not breathe, and he later died a couple hours later from medical distress. That fueled a non-peaceful protest in that city, to where the point is that people are destroying stuff, destroying businesses, looting, and causing thousands upon thousands upon thousands of damage to that city. And then protests are happening all around the United States. There's protests happening in Chicago, I think. There's protests happening in Louisville, Kentucky. And I feel as though that this is not very good at all. You can protest peacefully, but you do not go out to destroying stuff. My prayers and thoughts go out to the families that are affected by these protests, of the families of the businesses that are losing thousands of dollars from damages, vandalization, of these looters and people protesting. And also prayers go out to the Floyd family. And with prayers and hope that justice will be served in that situation where that man lost his life. I've seen online today that the governor has called in the National Guard to help detain some of this destruction. People are going in, setting fire to buildings. They went into a third precinct police station and started setting fire to that. So what is all of this going to prove, people? Do you think and believe that you going out there destroying businesses, destroying stuff, is going to change things? Do you really think this is what Mr. Floyd wanted done in his death? By doing all this, it's just taking us back further and further and further. There's nothing wrong with protesting in a peaceful manner, so we do not destroy property, destroy businesses, and not only do that, make yourself look bad, because you are now a criminal. Yes, racism is bad. It's very bad. But we as people need to come together. Black, white, Asian, Latino, Hispanic. We need to come together as one. Because this is so much stuff going on this year that it's not looking good. With everything going on with the coronavirus and now this stuff. I mean, people need to be held responsible. And there's good cops out there and there's bad cops. But those bad cops need to be held responsible for their actions. And the good cops need to be praised for their actions. But people out there protesting, do you think destroying a city is going to fix anything? What it's going to do is make things worse. You're destroying police vehicles, police stations, the city and stuff. All that's going to do is that's your tax money goes to all that stuff. So all you're doing is flushing your tax money that you worked hard for down the drain. Because now that stuff has to get replaced. Don't let the anger inside your heart deter your judgment. I mean, it's just crazy. And I just pray that things subside and things get better. Because we're not on a very good path to recovery. But I do hope that the law and justice will rain down on those police officers that did let that happen, and also that man that killed that Mr. Floyd. Media is turning people against each other. We need to know the facts before we start just going out there being crazy. Now, from all the videos I've seen, it doesn't look like he was resisting or anything like this. But it's beside the point. If you treat a cop with respect, if you obey the orders that a police officer is giving you, more than likely everything will be just fine. I know it's just very scary to when you get pulled over by a police officer or you don't know what's going to happen. But as long as you follow the directions that is given to you, your likelihood of nothing happening in a negative will be a lot greater. And I pray that police officers that are out there, please do your job according to the way you're trained and not by the color of the person that you're detaining or you're questioning skin. I myself, I support police officers because they're doing a job that I couldn't do or would not want to do. It's a very dangerous occupation. So I have respect for them. Every single time that I was pulled over by a police officer, I followed the directions that the police officer gave me. I didn't argue. I didn't cause any situation to make the stop hazardous or toxic. I followed directions, and I was able to go home, and I never got a ticket. So this podcast wasn't a very long one. It's just my thoughts and views, but I think the people that are out there doing all these protests, I think they're very wrong. That's not how you voice your beliefs and your opinions. You do not go out there destroying stuff. And I do not support those actions at all. You can have peaceful protests, but going out there destroying property, destroying businesses that people that worked their whole life for, small businesses, now are losing everything, all because you want to be angry and join in on someone else's anger. Do you really think that this protesting, that the way you are doing, is making, I'm just gonna say it, making the view of black people look good? No, it does not. It does make the race of all of us look good. The more that our ancestors, like Martin Luther King and other civil rights leaders, have tried to fight for equality and equal rights, and all you're doing is flushing it down the drain. Much as we want racism to go away, it's not going to go. The only way racism is going to go away if people realize that it doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. You judge a person by the character, not the color of their skin. When we get to that point where we realize it and we love each other as brothers and sisters in Christ, things will get better. Love will fix this. Love will fix this. And we gotta take care of each other. We need to stop this useless, pointless rioting to prove a point. You can protest peacefully to prove a point. Sign petitions. Send letters out to your officials for change. But destroying things is not going to change anything. Come on, people. Let's get real. Let's stop this violence. Let's stop these crimes. Because all you're doing is making things worse for yourself. Thank you. Have a good night.